Hello, Sean Parcher, EP Training Services. Welcome to Dunsfold Aerodrome. This is where they film Top Gear. This is where EP students come and practice their reversing exercise. The reversing exercise at the moment is done in conjunction with your driving test, and you'll normally do the reversing exercise before you go out on the road proper for about an hour. So this video is to give you an idea about how to reverse the rigid. It's only a rough guide. You know, you're going to have some formal instruction in place, and the idea is that your instructor will show you how to do it in his particular vehicle. But this is just to give you an idea about what the reversing manoeuvre is all about. Okay, so just look at the reverse in a little bit more detail. As we said earlier, your instructor will go through the formalities with you. The reversing itself, I've got a little diagram here. This is similar to what the examiner is going to show you, he wants you to do, or she wants you to do. And you're going to start at the start position. The idea is you're going to drive the vehicle forward past cone B and stop the vehicle between A and A1. Now, just give you an idea of dimensions, because the reversing area will be set up based on the size of your vehicle. So the distance from the start position to cone B will be 1.5 times the length of your vehicle. The distance from cone B to cone A will be twice the length of your vehicle. The distance from cone A1 to A will be 1.5 times the width of your vehicle. So you drive the vehicle forward, stopping at A and B. You're going to reverse it round cone B, and you're going to reverse it through cone C and D into the reversing area. So this is simulating you reversing onto a reversing bay. If you can just work out, there's some hatch markings here, which in length is only 3/4 of a metre. You must stop the vehicle in the hatch markings without knocking the barrier over the back, and you can't be too short as well. Okay, so the reversing exercise, this is, as I said earlier, at Dunsfold Aerodrome. It doesn't matter where it is. What really matters is that the dimensions are in the correct size for your particular vehicle. We've got a couple of vehicles down here doing some reversing, and in a moment you're going to see one of the vehicles coming down the side here who is going to be driving forward, and the idea is he's going to stop between the two far cones over there. If you could just see them, what we call cone A and A1. Here comes the lorry now. Driving it forward nice and easy, just come with me. The idea is where the two cones are at the far end, he's going to stop, apply handbrake, and then select the reverse gear. As you can see, he hasn't gone any further. In other words, the examiner has to see daylight between those two cones. So we stop between cone A and A1. You can also see what we call cone B down the end there. And as I said before, the examiner has to see daylight between A and A1 and A and cone B. He's now going to put it into reverse. If you can see, his observation has to be spot on. Why? Because you're working within constraints, you're working within areas. You can just make out down here, we've got a fixed yellow line. So for all intents and purposes, that is our curb. We cannot go on that. You can go on it, you can't go over it. That's the idea. So he's looking, if you see, down here. He's also looking in his near side mirror, as well as keeping observation down the front as well. So the examiner is going to be looking at him, as well as making sure he stays within the constraints of the reversing area. We'll look at the size and the dimensions in a minute. So he's missed this line completely now, down here, the fixed one. He's gone around cone B. He's now going to reverse back nice and easy. You don't need to go fast for this particular exercise. Take your time. He's going to reverse it back. And this is the simulation of reversing into a loading bay. So we just come this way, John. Taking it nice and easy. You don't need to speed on this one. If you get your judgment wrong, you can take what we call a shunt, which means you can realign yourself and then come back in again. If you're going to take a shunt, make it worth your while. So the idea is he's now in his position, he's put the handbrake on, he's turned the ignition off, he's demounted the vehicle, he's going to make his way to the back of the vehicle to make sure the back of the vehicle is in the correct position, which is in this hatch marking area here. He's failed if he's gone too far and hit the barrier. He's also failed if he's too short. This area here is about 3/4 of a metre. The idea is to stop the back of the vehicle in that area there.